back into it for a quick review. This is going to be more like a Microsoft Word. This is going to be the title of the document that you're writing, or title of the post that you're writing, and then here's going to be where all the information is. From here you have your alignments, your left, center, and right alignments. There's where you would put your block quotes, your ordered list, your bulleted lists. Here's where you would do line throughs. So if I'm typing in, I would like to thank the people at Java John's. Now you could be like, oh yeah, you know, Java John's, and erase it, or you can just do that, strike through and do Java Dave's. Honestly, I don't know why people do strike throughs, because it's just so much easier to edit it out. But some people, when they do edit things, they want to put a strike through so you can see what it used to say. It's all up to you how you want to do things. You have this little guy that's built in now, is the spell checker. You can tell what language you're in and it will spell check for you. This one here will toggle full screen mode, and this is like your extras that you're going to be getting here. HTML view. HTML view will show you what it looks like if you had to post something in HTML. I use HTML view only because I know a lot about HTML. For a lot of you guys, I wouldn't even bother with it, because I'll explain later on in video 3 about it, but more than likely you probably won't be going into HTML view when we're all done. But just to give you an idea of where it is. Now, we just got done talking about the post tags. Here we go. There is the area where the post tags are at, and it makes it where you have to type it in and add them. But as I said earlier, that we're going to put that on autopilot, so don't worry about it. Here are your categories. You can check off as many categories as you like, or as many categories you think this deals with. For me, the logic that I would like to say that you need to have is, try to only have your articles relate to one article. And the reason behind it is that you don't want your articles falling into so many different buckets. So let's say the photo blog is the example we had earlier, about somebody who takes photo blogs of, you know, landscapes of the north. You don't want your Chicago photos showing up in your New York folder or your New York category. You don't want your Philadelphia stuff showing up in your New Hampshire stuff. And the reason behind it is that you want your people who go to your website to feel like everything is done correctly. I've been to several websites where it was like mommydeals dot blah 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 blah, and the lady would categorize everything as being the same thing. So whether it was deals for babies, it was deals for teenagers, deals for moms, deals for husbands, she would make sure all of them were in the same thing. And the logic was, when I was talking to her, was that she thought, if I just made all of my deals be in all the categories, and everybody's going to see it. But for me, the viewer, if I only want to see, let's say, all your pictures from New York, I don't want to see scrambled in there pictures of Chicago. That's not what I came to see. So try to use categories very wisely. It's basically what I'm saying in this particular situation. But let's move on here. Let's say you're going to add a photo. And click add image, just like I said in the last video. This little guy is going to come up. You're going to hit the select button, and you can attach a picture similar to what you would do, like adding an attachment to Word, or adding attachment to, let's say, Outlook to send a message, or your Gmail. But let's go ahead and just add a quick attachment here. There goes your Comcast logo, and you have two things. You have insert into post and use as a featured image. They do the same thing, but they have different results, and I'll explain why. You have to check with the theme that you're using, and don't worry, we haven't gone over themes yet. We're going to go into it on the next video. But you have to check with the people who made your theme. Some themes want you to do insert into post, which will do this, and there it is, and it's in your post. You can change it. You can put text to the side of it. You can put the text under it. You can do this, you can cut that. And you can actually just manipulate this over. I'm sorry, not manipulate this over. I'm trying to get my cursor back. There we go. And you can get that to be here. But if you do this and move, it's gone, right? Not really. Because if you go back here to select featured image, you're gonna go to the gallery, and the gallery will show you basically anything you've attached to this actual post. So just click the show button for that particular image. Now you can go back to this and tell it to insert into post again. You can give it an alignment or a placement if you choose to, but some themes actually want you to do this, which is use as featured image. And then once you do that, you close it. Now here it is. You don't see the picture here at all. And let me delete that. You don't see the picture here at all, right? But here it is right there. So I'm going to just make a post right quick. Don't worry about the text. I'm not even that anal to go ahead and post that or change the post. But we'll hold up right here for 1 second. Now remember I showed you that thing about recent drafts? You can actually do this and hit save as a draft. And when you click that, it's going to save it as a draft that you can go back to later. You can click the preview button and you can see what it looks like before you post it. I would highly recommend, if you don't know how your theme reacts to images, for you to hit the preview button. The reason behind it is that as a preview, only you will see it. None of your fans will see it, nobody else will see it. So if it looks completely horrible, you can actually fix it before anyone else becomes aware of it. You can then also see this is a draft, and you can edit it and change it to pending review. So if you're feel so inclined, you have like a group of people, you can tell them to set it to pending review, and then you as the administrator can come by and review it and make sure the spelling is right and the images are right or whatever. Visibility to public, or you could change it to being a sticky post. A sticky post is a post, depending on your theme. I like to go back to that again because some themes don't care about that. But a sticky post is something that stays on top. So let's say that you have a charity drive going on with your website, right? And your charity drive is to help the homeless, and it's at the end of March and you're at the beginning of March. So you want to let everybody know to the end of March that this is what's going on. What you do is you click that little guy, and if your theme supports sticky posts, it's going to stay at the very top of all of your posts. So no matter what you write, that little thing that you're going to be doing is still right there, which is awesome because it allows you to have viewers still see something even though it's not relative to anything you've written recently. One of the things I have to warn about sticky posts is that once it's sticky, you can't undo it unless you go back and uncheck that button just like I did. So if it's like this, you hit OK, you had to go back to the post, unclick it, hit OK. And the reason why I warn you of that is that some people have 5 or 6 sticky posts forgetting that they're there. It's nothing like permanent damage. You just go back to the post, edit it, and get rid of it. But that's basically what you need to be doing here, is just keeping aware of some of the things you're doing. But anyways, you can password protect a post if you choose to, and you can make it private. Most people don't use those options. Then you have publish immediately. This is the holy grail of things that you can use on WordPress that are totally awesome. Right now it says today's date is August 13th, 2011, 1900 hours and 5, right? So let's say that I wrote this post at 4 in the morning. I'm really tired, but I was inspired, and we normally do posts on Wednesdays. I can actually change this to, and I'm just going to make a random day. I don't know if that's a Wednesday or whatever, but I'm just going to change that to this date, and I can change the time to 1300, which is 1 p.m. According to the time zone that I am set to. And when I hit OK, this post will not show up till August 16th at 1 o'clock, and I can schedule it. Now once you schedule it, forget about it. And this is awesome for all you guys that sit there, and I just can't stress enough, when you have a blog, you want to have set times and days when things come out. On the My Morning Joe blog that I have, articles come out every half an hour from 6 o'clock to 10:30, which is going to be the last article that shows up. After that, nothing else shows up unless it's one of the special posts that I do, and they normally show up at around 4 or 5 o'clock. I alternate between the two. But the reason behind it is that if you post one post at 1 in the afternoon, the next post at 8 a.m., the next post at 4 p.m., the next post at 2 in the morning, your fans don't really know when you're coming and going. This actually will save you. This will actually save you from that, because it will allow you to set it and forget about it. You can go to work, you can go on vacation, and your blog will be running on autopilot. So if you're writing down notes, make sure you write down how special that little button is. That button is amazing. So let's go ahead and change it back. And I'm just going to make it 00 just to make sure it posts. And it's going to change to publish, meaning that this time has already passed, and publish it. Now the thing is, you can make things back in the past. If you start a new website and let's say you wrote several articles, I would suggest that you write enough to have 3 articles in the past, 3 articles in the future, and 1 for today. So let's say every Wednesday you make a post. Well, even though your site's brand new, you can actually go back in time for as far back as you like, and say that these are posts that you did. Now, because your site's new, nobody really knows that you did these posts because no one really visits. But when a visitor goes, they see 3 posts in the past, they see the post you did today, and you have like 3 more ready to go auto blog itself. So it makes your life a lot easier, because fans will look and go, wow, there's so much stuff they have on here. This is amazing. Versus, when they come to your first time, it's like, oh, he only has 1 post. They read it and they leave. So it's just a way to make people feel like that you have a lot more going on. But the thing is that you can actually set this and leave it alone. I've actually gone on vacation for over a week and just had all these things just sitting in the background. And just once a day, I'll just log in just to make sure things are kicking off. But that's basically everything you need to do here. But let's publish it, just so you can get a good idea of what featured image looks like. Because the last one we did, which is the very first article we wrote, we published the picture in the actual article. So let's go ahead and view post. And it's Comcastic, and as you see, it doesn't post here. So let's go back to the website by clicking this guy up here. And as you can see, it doesn't show up here either. So exactly what I'm talking about. You need to know what your theme uses. Now at the time, I didn't know what my theme would use. I posted this, I see that it doesn't work. I can simply click the edit button and go, okay, well, obviously featured image is not what I need to use. You remove the image here, hit select, go back to the gallery like we did before, hit the show button, go down to insert into post, and boom, it's there. Then you can do whatever you like, make it above, under, just tell it whatever you want to do it, and update. So now when you update it and you click the view post, you can either click view post here or view post here. When you view it, there it is. There's the image, and when you go back to the regular page or the front page by clicking on the logo here, or the name, there's the image again. Pretty simple, right?